everybody. I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Melody.
Jason Levine.
And we are now hitting the top 50 games of all time,
Yay!
according to these guys. All right, so they said the last 50 games were great, but these games are even better. We will see. I'll keep track today of how many times they're wrong. So far, they've been wrong. Not at all.
I know.
Except Jason should wear a hat. That's wrong. So one.
These are all awesome games. I mean, now we're getting to the point of awesomeness for
They
our
were all.
list.
They should all be awesome. All right.
So my number 50, an oldie but a goodie.
Aye.
Who else is tired of hearing that phrase?
I use that phrase a lot.
Especially when you use it about games that are like 5 years old or something.
No, this one's older than 5 years. It's San Juan.
Do you know they're renaming it?
No, really?
It's gonna be called Puerto Rico the card game.
So there you go. In case you didn't know what kind of game this was, this is basically Puerto Rico the card game. Your buildings, instead of doing all the stuff you do in Puerto Rico, now your buildings are your cards, but your cards are also your currency. You're going to be collecting cards. You're going to be playing out cards to build different buildings. You're going to be doing your plantations by putting cards under it, so your cards are your currency. It was one of the first games to actually use, well, I guess Bonanza did, but it's one of the first games to use that mechanic of cards as currency. It also has the same role selection like Puerto Rico, which is what makes this game really good.
Cool. I wonder what your 49 is going to be, but we'll come back to that.
My number 50 is Concept.
Oh, okay. Is concept a game?
Huh?
Or
Is
an
concept
activity.
A game or an activity?
Both.
All right. Well, every game is an activity, but yes.
I really like Concept because I like trying to put the clues out on the board to once I had Muppets and I was like animal pink. It's just fun to try to figure out cool ways to explain what your card is.
Yeah, it's kind of like 20 questions with pictures.
Yes.
It's a really good, really fun. Really like this one.
Yes, it is. So you're wondering my 49. I'm
Similar to San Juan.
not at all.
Oh, because you've been doing that in your list. That's why I wondered. Okay.
No, this one's not similar at all. In fact, it's a co-op again, because I do like co-ops.
You know, I don't really like co-ops that much, but I'm going to put 20 on my list.
Well, no. Okay, I don't have that many co-ops, but this one's a Euro co-op, so that's why I like it.
Yeah, every time it's a co-op, it's always a Euro co-op.
Exactly. Yggdrasil. That is a Euro-y co-op.
I'm kind of surprised at this one. This one would not even hit my top 500.
I love it. I mean, it's heavy. It's a heavy.
Have you ever won it?
Not yet. I've been one card away. One card away, and Fenrir killed us. One card away.
If they took Fenrir out of that game, it'd be a lot easier, frankly.
Of course, but you can't. I mean, it's obviously it's a co-op, but it's heavy. You're fighting against the different monsters in, I guess, the Thor universe and the Norse gods, and you really need to work. You need to protect this and do this and do this, and everything is hitting you, and you really need to work hard. I love the way the game plays. I love the concepts of the game, and one day I'm going to beat the game.
Okay.
Okay, so my number 49 is actually King's Court. That one you can call.
Wait, you start over again. Do the Jason thing.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
It is.
Have you played it?
Yes.
Really?
It is Super Checkers, and for some reason, I just love playing this game all the time with my sisters, and even been trying to teach it to some of my friends.
Yeah, this game, when my mom passed away last year, and I went to the house, I wanted to get two games from my childhood that I remember playing a lot. One was Careers, and the other was King's Court. And King's Court is just like Super Checkers and has really nice pieces. We're talking like, if this was produced today, you'd be like, these are great pieces. And that's all it is. It's Super Checkers, but it's fun. I am undefeated.
I beat you once.
Undefeated. Non-proof.
We
in my family.
We have to play.
I'm not playing you. Nope. Undefeated.
He's undefeated for now.
I beat him once.
So my number 48 is a role selection game.
Citadels.
No, not Citadel. This was the granddaddy of role selection games, Verrader. This one is based on the War of the Rings. I mean, not the War of the Rings, the War of the Roses. Very different
I don't
concept.
remember the Lord of the Rings stuff going on in
No,
that
it's
game.
the War of the Roses. It's the reds against the whites, and you're picking sides, but you're picking roles, and you could flip sides. You could switch which side you're on, and different sides are going to score points each turn, and each role gives you a certain thing you can do. So one role might allow you to go somewhere. Another role might allow you to flip a card. Another role might allow you to do this, and the role
It's actually a pretty
selection.
small game.
Yeah, it came in a box this big with like 50 cards. That's the whole game, but it's the game that invented role selection. I love role selection as a mechanic, and I think this game is a great little game. It could have been made as a full board game, but instead it was done as a little tiny card game.
Or you can just play Citadels.
Yes.
Okay, my number 48 is One Night Ultimate Werewolf. And
Alright.
I'm including every single different type
One Night
there
Ultimate
is.
Vampire,
like-
One Night Ultimate Alien, One Night Ultimate Zombie, One Night Ultimate Who Cares, One Night Ultimate.
This is where we need Eric to go.
I really like Alien.
Everybody close your
Close
eyes.
your eyes.
But I really like this one, especially because the reason I don't like games like Werewolves that much is because once you're out of the game, you're out of the game until like the very end. Especially if you're playing with like a larger group and you just sit there and watch, and I don't exactly like that. But in One Night Ultimate Werewolf, I think it's pretty cool how you can play this game so many times, and it's every time I think it's hilarious because of all the different roles that you can play, and also it's short and you can like just find like who's the werewolf, and it's so much.
Yeah, no, that is cool.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the game too. When we pull out Social Deduction, that's one of the games that we pull out a lot because it's a great
It's also
game.
really fast.
Yes. Each game plays in less than 10 minutes. And you get to hear Eric every time you play it too, which is always cool.
I turn his voice off.
You do female, don't you?
I do not, Eric.
Anyway, my number 47, and this one dropped a bit from my last list, is Twilight Struggle. I still love the
Wow,
game.
wasn't this in your top 10?
No, it was in my low 30s, but now it's
okay.
47. I still love the game, don't get me wrong. It's an amazing game, and to take what used to be War Game and turn it into a Euro-ish War Game, area control, to make a hybrid of a War Game and a Euro game, and to do it so well, and to use the card-driven concepts, and it still stands the test of time. I mean, I just got the deluxe version of it, the one in the nice wooden box, and this game stands the test of time.
That's right, you were showing me that. You might like this game because it's very similar to 1960. It's more complex, but has a lot of the same ideas. Good choice.
Yeah.
Okay, so my number 47 is War of Endines. I really like this game. I actually like a lot of the games from this company.
Level 99, yeah.
Yeah.
But I like this one because I like how there's different characters you can pick from. I especially like the ones that have like the pets with them, like the panda one. I like the person with the
I hate
panda.
that person. They won't let me kill the panda.
But it's fun because you're moving back and forth on this like jousting type of ring, but with the cards, if you're trying to guess what the other person is gonna play and like play your cards according to that. And when you play your cards, you have to like put them and not get them for several turns. And so this game is always so much fun to play.
Yes, it is. Yeah, Level 99 makes good games. Now, if all of a sudden later on your list Argent shows up, my mind's gonna be blown.
What game?
Argent.
I remember that's where the worker placement game, and there was a gazillion places to go. It was in the same universe.
That one. I forgot about that
I
game.
think she liked that more than I did.
I did like that game.
No, they make good games. I'm agreement with you on that. So my number 46 is a game that I've played for years, and I GM'd it for years as well, and that's Liar's Dice. I love Liar's
smart.
Dice. Yes,
I'm playing Liar's Dice. Is that true? or not?
I believe you. I'm not going to challenge that. Come on.
Oh, okay, that's actually not how the game plays.
No, you're basically trying to get sets of numbers, but you could be truthful about what you have in your cup, or you could lie about what you have in your cup, and it's kind of a push your luck. How far are you going to go before someone's going to call and say, nope, there's not enough, and you're lying, and eventually people are going to lose their dice, and the last person left wins the game, and it's just a great little push your luck game with a lot of bluffing and a lot of interaction.
And it's also one of the games where I continually hear my dad compare other games to. I'm like, I don't know that game.
Wait, you've never played Liar's Dice, the basic game?
No, you're always like, oh, this game is like Liar's Dice. I'm like,
Oh.
okay.
There's only so many games you can teach your children in your lifetime.
This year, Dice TerraCon, Liar's Dice, you're going to have to play it.
All right, what do you got
Richard, the designer, is going to be there, so we'll get you in a game of it.
next? Maybe that's true.
Okay, so my 46, Ghost Stories.
Yeah.
Better than Yggdrasil.
Maybe.
100%
maybe
better
not.
than Yggdrasil.
I really like this game because I just think it's really cool going around like trying to fight all these ghosts and like trying to get on the tiles that you need before they flip over because ghosts killed that area. But I have not played with any expansions that I know of, unless we did play
No.
with expansions.
But we have played the greatest comeback ever where we thought we were going to lose. You can go watch it online. It is
Yeah.
an epic game.
And I do not remember your name, but there was someone who commented on that video who made the ending into like a story mode thing, and I love that comment. I just keep reading it a lot because it is like a story.
Well, that's how you need. If you want Mel to like your comments, make
Well,
it a
I
story.
always read your comments. If I'm in a video, I will read your comments.
So I got to ask, you guys have won.
We did, but see,
Yes.
we were playing the game and we started off and it was so bad. I said,
Yeah.
you know, maybe we should just restart. You know, because we're not going to win. It's just a waste of our time. But we kept going, and the internet helped us. The internet's like, you should do this. You should do that. And we're like, oh, okay, we'll try this. And we won. It was so great.
Yeah, we barely won. We had like
Barely.
two ninjas.
Well, I don't know that I've
left.
ever won that game.
Well, everyone
That
like.
wasn't barely.
No, it was fun because like each ninja was like sacrificing something. Like I was like, I'm gonna do this. Like I'm gonna die, but this is gonna help you do this. And it was, like,
Yeah, it was good.
it was
No,
awesome.
it's cool. You need to play the expansions, like with the underground and all those
I
other
don't know
things.
about the Black Secrets, I don't know. The White Moon is really good, though. That's where you have to rescue people out of the village.
Yeah,
All right, what
it's
do you got?
cool. But I have to say, I don't know if it's better than Yggdrasil. I mean, Yggdrasil, a game that you can't win because it's so hard. Versus a game you could
you're
win.
selling me on it now. I can't win? Sign me up.
Well, eventually you win if you work hard enough and try hard enough. Eventually, it's like you with
Well,
Robinson
you
Crusoe.
can't prove that until it actually.
No, but I've beaten Robinson Crusoe now.
Finally,
Once.
anyway, where are we? Here we are. My number 45. This is another new game. It wasn't ranked as highly in my top 10 this year, but it's moved up in this list because I played it more, and that's Seventh Continent. I
Love Seven Continent.
I really like the storytelling aspect of this. I really like the endless paths of it. I find that it's a giant adventure. Each one is a giant adventure in its own, and now there's even more coming out. There's the Sky Adventures and
Oh, I can't wait.
all this other stuff that's coming out for it. So it's gonna be
we
like
need to replay that one game we did in the live marathon and actually beat it.
it's never ending. It's like you pull this game out, and you just after you play, like you guys played it for how long in the live marathon? A couple hours.
No, like 4 hours.
But
and it didn't
3
even
hours.
feel like
But
that
you played
long.
a whole.
3 or
You
4
played it a
hours,
bunch
yeah.
of times. Like each game maybe takes an hour, but after you're done, you're like, I gotta play again, and then after you're done, you're like, I gotta play again, and you just keep going with this game, and it really immerses you in their universe and the storytelling and what do I want to do, and it really feels like a choose your own adventure book, but so much more grand.
For me, it's beating down two of my other favorite games. Tales of Arabian Nights, because it does a better story job, and Time Stories. I'd rather play Seventh Continent because it's just so much that adventuring is fun, and it's a little bit different. Even if you play the same scenario, the things you run across might be a little bit different. I
Yeah.
really like that.
Well, the most novel thing is that whole ad. If you're doing scenario, whichever one, the icy, whatever it's called, the icy throne or whatever it is, you do that one, and every card you add +7 to it. But then if you're doing something else, every card you add +12 to it.
well, not every card, but some cards. Right,
Enough
right.
cards that it changes it so much
It's
every time you do it.
It's a really neat idea.
Okay, so my turn. 45. It's another grid game. It's Adventureland.
I love this game.
I like how you pointed at me like, woo. I'm like, I like Adventure.
So far, her list is better than yours. Actually, no, Seven Continent was really good. Never mind. I'm back with Jason.
I forgot about that game. I'm pretty sure that's another card that got lost.
Seven Continent is not in your top 100?
Like I said, it probably got lost in the other cards that probably got thrown away on accident.
I
but-
thought for sure Seven Continent would be in your top 10.
Seventh Continent's not in your packet?
It would have been.
Is there going to be a
been.
shuffling of the packet later?
Adventureland, that's a good choice.
I really like Adventureland because I just think it's cool how you move your people to like try to get to certain areas to get like the resources and stuff to like get your points.
Fight the fog monsters.
And like collecting your people into like bigger groups and get swords and like you said, fight the monsters. And I also like the little quests that come with it. And I'm really looking forward to the expansion that you showed me that had like the new quests that you can do. But it's just a really cool concept of how you can't move back. And yeah, I really enjoyed this game.
Great game.
Yes, Adventureland is a great game. So my number 44, I'm going back to one of my favorite designers, and that's Uwe, and it's Agricola. Agricola is still an amazing game. I love the replayability because there's so many different cards that you can use and so many different things you.
There is.
So each time you're going to have different cards for different roles and different everything. So no game is the same. I know we have differences on which game of his that each of us like better, but I love the fact that every game is different because you're using different cards in every single game, and those improvements change and everything changes, and it really makes the game different.
Well, I'm smiling a lot, but I feel like you're saying to me that Caverna is not on your list.
It's not. I mean,
Sickening.
sorry for the spoiler,
Sickening.
but Agricola is better.
Okay, that's your opinion. Agricola is a very good game.
Like I
and had
said.
Caverna not existed,
I'm just saying, everyone has their own opinions, but they're not always right.
Uh-oh, two vassals against me
all
now.
right, what do you got next?
44.
It'd be hilarious if
is-
it was Caverna, but
How would it be so low? Max versus Minions.
Ooh.
excellent choice.
I honestly have only played the game once, and
Really, only once?
yeah,
Really?
and we did not win. But that's also, it was a learning game for me. I was still trying to figure out
I
how
played
to
this game a
properly
lot. I
game.
only played it with you once.
I think it was a live gameplay too. I'm not sure, but I just thought it was really cool trying to put the cards in like the certain what's that called?
Program.
Yeah, the
Programming
program.
movement.
And like trying to beat like these minions that are like coming at you, not the banana minions, the other like bad guy minions. And I just thought it was a lot of fun,
Yeah, the programming movement's amazing in that. And it feels
especially
like
if like someone or like something messes up your whole program. You're just like, you're supposed to do that. You cannot mess up my program. And it happens all the time, but it's still so much fun.
It's a great game.
yeah, that's why it's got that whole gauntlet aspect, and there's a lot of minions that come out with those mechs. So my number 43, old school again, is Britannia.
No, you didn't say.
Really?
I really like this
Wow.
game. This is one of the first of the like take over the world piece by piece games, and you have different generations. It goes through the history of Britain, and first there's the native British, the native whatever you'd call them at the time, and then the Romans come in and the Romans sweep through, and then the Welsh come in and the Danish come in, and William the Conqueror comes in, and you're literally taking over territory again and again, and obviously each territory is worth different points to the different factions, so it kind of keeps the different factions in their different areas of where they kind of historically went, but it's just a wonderful, obviously it led to the rise of games like Small World and other games, but it's a wonderful game, and it's a good historical game as well.
It's very strong historically. I don't like it as much as Jason because I feel like the game kind of plays out very similar each time. It's also a fairly long game. We're talking 3-4 hours. But yeah, classic game. Designer lives in Florida.
Yes.
Okay, so my number 43 is another level 99 game. Pixel Tactics.
I knew this would be in your top because I know you like Pixel Tactics a lot.
Yeah, like
Which one? Pixel Tactics 4 or 5 or 2? They're all the same. So.
I was like, there's different ones. I thought it was just one game. I really like this game because I really like where you put your person, or like, cause you have like that one person in your group that like if you flip their card upside down, they have like that one ability, and that's for every single card that you have. And then I also like how whichever card you get, like there's the 3 rows, and depending on which row you put them in, they do like a certain type of ability, and I think that's really cool. And I also just like pixel artwork in general.
Yes.
But yeah.
My favorite now is the Mega Man, the new one. Has the Mega Man actually been released, or did we just get those copies before they were released? I like the Mega Man version. It's so cool.
I don't know, actually. Sorry. All right. Tom Vassell knows nothing.
So, my number 42. This game had just barely made my list the very last time I did it 3 years ago, but it's obviously on it again. Roll for the Galaxy.
Okay. You fell in love with this game like as soon as you opened the box.
Yes, I called this game as a winner back then. Now there's a whole bunch of, I guess, one expansion and another expansion coming for it.
That's right.
Eventually.
They haven't released a new expansion.
But I like Race for the Galaxy, but I think I like Roll for the Galaxy even more. I love the dice. I love, how your dice is now your economy, and just rolling those dice is so much fun, and laying them out and using them. Where do I want to put it? Do I want to put them here? Do I want to put them here? And it's oodles of fun. There's so many dice and so many colors, and it's just a great game if you're looking for that same experience as like a San Juan or a Race for the Galaxy, but with the fun aspect of rolling dice.
All right. I like it too.
Okay, so my 42, and I'm judging this one on the big box because I never actually played just the original one, and it's Alhambra.
Ooh.
Well, okay, here's the thing. You had played the original one. But yes, we got the box that has 20
has
mini
everything.
expansions.
Yeah.
I never actually, no, I think it was
I think we played the original game one time.
Yeah.
And then we added
I
those
remember
modules.
seeing the actual first box, like not the big box. I was just like, oh, I didn't even know there was, I didn't even know. I was just looking at the box. I was like, this is so small. And I really like this game because I do like building the city, and like all the expansions to me make it fun, especially the one where you have to watch for the army and protect the side of wall.
Yeah, it's really, there's
through.
so many different cool things for this game.
Yes, Alhambra is great. The only issue I have with Alhambra is if someone gets the right matching cards, they do action after action, and the other people, if you get those, I could buy this and buy that, and you can buy multiple things from the tableau at once. It's so powerful.
It is, but these other things, we play with change where you get coins back. There's all kinds of cool things. They really make it really fun.
So my number 41 moved up on my list from last time, and I'm appreciating more with its expansions is Orleans. It's a bag builder. I fell in love with this game the first time I played it. I played it before you even. And I I was the first one to play it, and I said, you have to play this, And
He does say that a lot.
and I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the bag building concept. And the game itself has a lot of things going for it. It has, you're trying to get cities, you're trying to collect goods. The fact that when you pick the different things, you get more chips, but not every chip comes out because some chips might be stuck in your bag. You could cull off the chips by putting them into the little Pantheon. It's got great expansions, well, except for the Take That
Trade,
expansion.
Yeah. But that comes in Trade and Intrigue. But the Trade one is
The Trade one was amazing.
good.
Yes, this game, and Tasty Mitchell deluxeified it as well, and this game is just amazing in every way.
Okay.
You haven't played it, or have you?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, that's one I think you would like. I'll have to teach you that one.
Okay, so mine 41 is Bitter Up. It's a game that
Bitter Up. Yeah. Oh, you
Yes.
haven't played this one yet, have you?
No, I have now. I got it from Cool Stuff.
Oh, okay.
I thought this game was a lot of fun. At first I was like, oh, so I kind of have to bluff her a bit and just bet, and I was like, oh boy. But I actually ended up really liking the game because I like being able to sometimes see like what certain animals was, and like trying to get like the animals move, how much the animals were worth, and like it was just a whole bunch of fun and silliness. It's just like, okay, I'm gonna give you this much money for that animal. Don't ruin it, please. And it's just like, and then they ruin it. It's just like fun.
What's the game that?
Yeah, this is based on a card game
Yeah.
called You're Bluffing,
Yes.
which was just a card game version, but I actually like the board game better because not only there's multiple ways to do these auctions now, which I really thought was fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was pretty cool how there's like different types of auctions in one game.
Yeah, so yeah, really great game. This is definitely one that is on my short list for next time we do a live marathon. We're gonna do You're Bluffing because it's just so much fun.
You're
Well,
bluffing
no,
or
you're gonna do
off?
Bitter Up.
Better up, sorry. Better up. Oh wait, that's batter up. All right. Hey, we're about to get into the top 40. We'll see you next time. These have been great games, but there's even greater ones to come. I'm Tom Vatzel.
I'm Melody.
Jason Levine.